Yo, NBA action tonight. Raw Sports Radio. We back with another one. I'm here with my guy Antonio. We're gonna talk about these Suns, man. You know we Suns fans up here, man. We in the building. Suns versus Nuggets. The Suns versus Nuggets. Game two. Keys to victory, man. How you want to approach this, Antonio, man? I know I got a lot to say about the
I
team.
mean, the first
Uh,
first thing I want to do, big fella, is I want to give a shout out to my boys in our admin group. Hey, check us
that's what's
out on
up.
Facebook. I think I'm like an admin in like 5 or 7 different Suns groups, from
Go
Rising
ahead
Sun
and shout them
to
out.
Suns Gang. All of us there. So yeah, shout out to my boys. But listen, as far as
Hold on. I'm gonna hold.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Could you name them guys out? Go ahead and name them out. Everybody go and check them out on Facebook. Go and add them.
See, you got my man Mike Martinez, you got Darren, you got Heber Reed, you got Justin. Man, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us, and we
Right,
have a
right, right,
group
right, right.
text.
Right.
And
And another thing, I want to shout
yeah,
out others. Other YouTubers. I got a guy named Eleazy, man. I just pulled up on the show, man. Shout out to Eleazy,
yeah,
Elder. The whole. I guess they call themselves the LVD. So, but yeah, my man, check out my man Eleazy, the real Eleazy, man. That's somebody who I rock with. I respect out here in these YouTube streets. So, man, game two, man. What's the keys
game
to the
two.
victory for the Suns? Uh, what are you seeing out there? Because I'm telling you, I'll go ahead and tell you what I'm seeing out there.
I
I
mean,
look
definitely, I see too much of Book thinking that he's playing the Clippers and just being so predictable with his offense. I want to
right,
see more diversity. I want to see him. I definitely want KD to get some more touches. KD's got to
right.
be the most unselfish superstar. I When he came to the Suns, I said right off the rip that he is, and this is not a knock, but he's a glorified role player
A
because
score, basically,
he fits into every
glorified score.
situation. Yeah, don't complain about nothing. Give you 30, but make sure you get yours. And he'll take that. He has no problem taking that back seat. No ego with that man. But I want him to have an ego in this series. I want
Right,
him
right,
to
right.
take over because I
Will
think
Will
Book,
Booker allow that?
he ain't got no choice.
Said the real sheriff is the sound, huh? Yeah, Anthony, man, we lost you there for a second, man, but till you come back, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what I see the problem is with the Suns. Look, me, I'm a little extra, man. I do my own stats. The problem I have with stats is that they don't really record. They they're offensively biased. They don't record uh, defensive stats like they should. But just a basic stat that I came up went through.
With the
I went and
Wizards,
watched every player. I went through Chris Paul, every player in the starting lineup for both teams, and I recorded every point that they gave up. And what I noticed that was off the charts was DeAndre Ayton. The man gave up 26 points in the first half, and an additional 9 in the second half. So in total, he gave up 35 points, and he was only able to produce 14. Now, granted, you know what I'm saying. He produced 14 points at 63% shooting. Some could say he need more touches, but we have been giving him the ball to the Suns' credit. They've been trying to feed him the ball. He haven't been establishing position down low. He's been letting guys like uh, Cartavius, what Pope, Caldwell Pope, yeah, Cartavius Caldwell Pope has been handling. He's been taking care, like he's been taking the load for Jokic. He don't you don't even like Coach Octavius Pope is like what 6'5". DeAndre Ayton he's giving up like a 7 inch, like 6 uh, height difference. That shouldn't be the case, man. DeAndre Ayton, man, I don't know if you listening by some chance, by chance you listening, man, you need to establish position from the moment you cross the 3 point line or the top of the key, the free throw line. You need to go ahead and start establishing position. If you're having that much, problem with Cartavius Caldwell Pope, you start early, man. You said you and Devin Booker was 2.0 Shaq and Kobe. Well, bro, Shaq would have established position under that in that paint. You shouldn't be struggling against a guy who's 6'5", and not even 220.
Sorry about that.
What you say to that, man, Colin? DeAndre Ayton, people complain and say we're not treating him right, we're not feeding him the ball. But I've seen last game 1, they were trying to get the ball down to DeAndre Ayton. He couldn't establish position. That pissed me off, man.
That totally
pisses
me off.
Man.
Yeah, because I think now it's to the point where it's gotten to be where we're actually starting to coddle that young man, and that's not going to do him any good. Come on, DeAndre. I think the only person that's really getting in his ass is Chris Paul, but now it's looking like Chris Paul is picking on him.
Mm-hmm. Sort of like DeAndre Ayton situation. DeAndre Jordan situation.
Totally.
All over again. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're going, like you said, coddling them. That's going to lead to a Markelle Fultz situation or Ben Simmons or whatever.
Or if you want to stay in Suns lore, that's going to lead to another Marquise Chris.
Yeah. I don't know, man, but to be fair with DeAndre Ayton, a lot of his points he gave up was on pick and roll, but so a lot he gave up. Game started out, he gave up 2 points, 2-point basket on the baseline, him and Chris Paul in pick and roll. That could have went either way because on the screen or whatever. But DeAndre Ayton, he commits to the wrong player every time, and I'm like, this guy is ducking. He's ducking smoke. Like, he'll try to lot. Like, okay, there's a such thing. Like, I think the Suns like to switch and show and then recover.
Yeah.
He's not recovering back to his man. Once this guy was like, okay, I got him, I'm back. He'll stay on that guy and double team the point guard or the ball handler.
Right.
And then leave his man wide open under the basket. And I'm like, what? Like, am I watching the same game as everybody? I mean, because he right away, like I said, right away, he gave up 2 points, and turned around on the pick and roll, didn't get up fast enough, gave up a 3-pointer, and gave up another. Then the next another possession, gave up 3 points, and another 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Then he got a stop on one play, then he turned around and gave up a series of baskets. That led to the 26 points in the first half.
Yeah.
We got to do better. And I know that KD gave up quite a few buckets, but KD was playing his ass off on defense. He was covering.
KB, yeah.
He was like linebacker back there.
Yeah, and because he had to cover DeAndre Ayton a couple times. He got the block.
He is, man. Yeah, he was down there in the paint.
Jokic
with Jokic. That shouldn't be, right?
Right.
That's crazy. You got a small forward down there handling your business. Granted, he's a combo. He played some power forward, but I'm like, man, like DeAndre Ayton, he went out of bounds and wouldn't come back into play. Just sat there for a whole 5-6 seconds of just watching him. Probably 10 seconds watching him. Watching KD guard defend Jokic and wouldn't even come back in to help him get a rebound. And I'm saying, like, man, I can't be watching what I'm watching, man.
It can't be like that.
Bro, people say I'm being too hard on DeAndre Ayton because I'm hating because I wanted that trade to go down in the offseason with Indiana between him and Miles Turner.
Turner, yeah.
Yeah, because at least Turner, he'll defend. And he can stretch the court beyond the 3-point line.
I tell you right now, after the Clippers series, I want Mason Plumlee here.
Yeah, Mason Plumlee. But what about But the thing about Mason Plumlee, if I could choose between him and Turner, I'd rather have Turner because on offense he doesn't clog the middle.
Yeah, but yeah,
Plumlee is a hell of a passer. Yeah, he definitely like. Yeah, what kind of dog is that? What you got?
This is my little Chihuahua Snow.
Chihuahua. Okay. I ain't never seen a white Chihuahua. He's out of here. So yeah, I just, to me, man, that was a coward move, man. That he does. He goes out of bounds and just sit there and watch like a fan, man. I'm like, this guy for real. And then he had the nerve to come out and say we got to do better and we we're playing like we're defeated, and I'm like, huh?
What? After one
Yeah,
game? Come on, man.
that's
I
what he
heard him.
said.
I heard him.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was listening to Burns and Gambo here. They were talking about Monty should have lit into him in the public humiliation and been like, yeah, you know, the team did this, but DeAndre Ayton kind of let us down in the post and whatever. He's not one of the first of all, I'm amazed at his level of coaching, because he's a good dang coach, that he don't cuss at his players. He does not cuss, which I can't understand, but that's neither here nor there. But I think this season right here, between the two of them, the eyes are looking at them. Okay, Monty, you got all these weapons. What you gonna do with them? Okay, DA, you got your money. What you gonna do?
He got his money and he got his PlayStation and 2K, and that's all he care about, is being good on 2K.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It bothered me when I heard him in an interview talking about, I heard everyone else talking about, I want to win a championship, The only thing that he wanted to do was be an all-star. What?
Yeah.
You on the wrong team, bro.
Yeah, we trying to win championships.
We're trying to win championships. If you are all-star, you are an all-star. Whoop-de-doo. You get to play that weekend. Big deal.
Right.
We trying to play deep into June. What is you doing?
That's right. Yeah, because he did it to us, against Giannis that year. Giannis just took his soul, man.
Giannis took his soul. He did the best he could, but he needed help. He did. They just
he needed help against a power forward, small forward, power forward.
Giannis ain't no.
Come on.
And Giannis is not an average power forward, small forward.
Nah, he not.
You know what I'm saying?
He definitely not.
DA did all that he could to keep up with him, but they just kept throwing bodies at him. Bobby Portis, Lopez. They just kept throwing by, and he couldn't hang. It was overwhelming for him.
Yeah. Hold on. That was the year before we had got JaVale McGee.
No, we had JaVale.
I think that was the reason why we went and got JaVale the next year.
Yeah. And he got cooked. He couldn't do nothing.
JaVale wasn't in that series. Yeah, JaVale wasn't on the team. He was with the Lakers that day. I believe he was. You might want,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He hadn't joined us yet because we had just swept the Denver. That's right. He wasn't a Lake. He wasn't a Sun yet. That's right. That's right.
Right, and that was the part of the reason why we went and got him.
Yes.
No. But so we got to make some adjustments, man, to our roster this offseason. Man, James Jones has been doing a hell of a job, but the center position has got to get addressed. And for right now, we gotta. If he keep playing and doing these type of moves, we got to put Biyombo in there.
I would rather have Biyombo.
Jake, or Jake Lockdale.
I like Jock. Jock needs to be a little more forceful, but I like Jock in there. Jock.
Yeah, because he's a hustler he gets offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
He plays hard.
Or really, while you're playing, I wouldn't mind seeing KD in that post.
Oh, KD? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that to KD. That'd probably take too much energy out of him. The way he probably wouldn't have much energy on the offensive end. But yeah, look, let me tell you, this is a stat that I I took myself, right?
Yeah.
So in total, Chris Paul only gave up 5 points in total on the defense.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to believe, right? On the other end, Jamal Murray, he only gave up 7 points, right?
Yeah.
Devin Booker, he only gave up 7 points. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he only gave up 6 points. All right. Josh Okogie, he gave up 7 points. Played hella good defense. Michael Porter Jr., he gave up 2 points in total. It's amazing. Kevin Durant, now he gave up 25.
Yeah.
oftentimes Kevin Durant would have to leave his man to go try to recover, save a basket.
Exactly.
So he ended up giving up 25, and I believe that's because of DeAndre Ayton. And then on top of that, he's been put in the pick and roll also.
Yeah.
So Aaron Gordon gave up 16. He's guarding Kevin Durant, of course. Then you had DeAndre Ayton, who gave up 35 points.
35
on 75% shooting. He allowed the opponents to shoot 75% on him. Where is the effort? And then Jokic gave up a total of 12 points at 43% shooting. His opponent only averaged 43% on him when they scored. They were trying, but they weren't that successful. They were under the league average, field goal average. But DeAndre Ayton, his opponent, his man, 75%, bro. How can you win a game like that, man?
We can't. That's too much of a hole. That's too much of a hole for us to get dug in. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
26 points in the first half he gave up by himself. Teams are going to score. You can't stop teams from scoring. But I like to hone in on the defensive side, because oftentimes we focus so much on the offensive end. And
I feel you.
Yeah, I don't really, you scored this many points, but how many did you give up? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. And then when you really look at it, defense wins championships. Offense sells tickets.
That's right. So what else you want to bring out? We want to point out, man, keys to victory. You know what I'm saying, for this game 2 tonight. I think they really.
I think. I mean, a definite push from DA. I would want to see Chris. I want to see Chris Paul. I want a point guard sighting. I want a little bit of a point guard sighting.
So there's gonna have to be some changes.
Point guard will definitely make Jamal have to play some defense, because he really didn't. No, he ain't have to try and D up nobody.
Okay, so that means that because right now currently they have Chris Paul playing off ball.
Yeah.
So Chris Paul is standing over in the corner or the baseline. I mean the wing, and that's what he's doing right now. He's in the corner of the wing. He's gonna have to run the show and facilitate.
At least I want more production. I want more of that from him. Yeah, I still want the ball in Book's hand. Yeah, I definitely want in KD's, but I want more Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, yeah, because they're gonna have to concede to that Devin Booker and Kevin Durant.
Right.
So, yeah, I think they would be better off, and that way DeAndre Ayton can get his touches early.
Exactly.
Pick and roll, pick and pop, midi.
Exactly.
So I think
he's
that would
really
help
the
out.
only one that'll feed DA. He's the only one that will really feed him. DA. I mean, Devin will, if he has to, but Chris goes out his way to say, okay, come here, give me this, give me on the left, give me on the right.
Right.
He force feeds him, which is sadly what you got to do for him to get him involved. Come on now.
All right. Now, as far as the other team, like far as Murray, he scored I think Murray dropped 34 points on us.
Yes.
Yeah. I think he had a game high.
Yes.
Who on that team do you think we need to focus more on? Is it Murray or Jokic?
I'm going to say Jokic, because Jokic causes too much of their offense.
Right.
So that would put get everybody shots.
Right. So that put the onus back on DeAndre Ayton again.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So like we said, game 1, Jokic, 24 points, 19 rebounds. killing Ayton on the boards. Right? Ayton had produced 7 rebounds? 7 rebounds. All you do is stand under the basket. Well, not really. I'm just saying,
right.
You're the goalie.
Yeah.
7 rebounds is not going to cut it. Kevin Durant had 14 rebounds himself, 29 points. Right? And we know Booker, he got his 27 points. Yeah, we're gonna need some help from Jokic. From DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
We're gonna need some
I'm
help
still,
because
you know what? I'm
7
still,
rebounds ain't gonna cut it.
yeah, I'm still mad at DA from what was it, game 1 with the Clippers series where he had what 4 rebounds and Chris Paul led us in rebounding.
Wow, that
Chris
game there,
freaking
I must
Paul
have missed
led
that
us
one.
in rebounding. Come on,
You
man.
can't make this stuff up, man.
No, you can't. Come on, man.
But outsiders feel like we mistreating DeAndre Ayton. We're not using him right. Okay. I mean, so many times we try to force feed the ball down there. He couldn't establish position. That's
Yeah.
on him. He's got a warning.
Or he
And
don't,
you were telling me earlier
he don't
about
catch it, or he don't catch it because it looks like he's. I hate to say it, but it looks like he's afraid of the moment.
He's afraid of the moment. That's exactly what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing my mind said to me. Yeah, he definitely is afraid of the moment. I guess the lights get too big for some guys. But yeah, that's crazy. So run that back what you were saying earlier about Kevin Durant when he first came over. And
I noticed the first couple times KD had the ball and he hit DeAndre. The first time he missed or lost the ball, whatever, he didn't go back to him. He didn't go back to him because he could tell moment too big or you ain't ready or whatever it is. I'm not giving you the ball. No, we'll be all right. No, you catch it on the rebound if you feel like doing that. And I think or not, yeah.
But I'm saying, but now they realizing they need DeAndre Ayton. Like you can't just bypass him.
Yeah,
you need him.
Yeah. So they had to practice, and it looked like they got some sets where KD would actually have to hit him, or he would have to establish position for him to get the ball and stuff. And you can see it sometimes when KD passes him the ball and he loses it, or he misses a shot where it's an easy dunk, but you want to pull up for a little, 5-10 foot midi, which is good, but bro, you got to establish yourself. You're a center.
You got to establish a reputation, man. Some meanness.
Yeah. I remember early in his career, I compared him to an early version of Akeem Olajuwon. Because think about all Akeem would do was just dunk. Forget the midi, forget the mid range, forget the layup. All he would do was dunk, and his body was just like, whoo! Body was right. Da got the body for it, but he
looked like
he just won't do it. He won't. Yeah.
Yeah. Built Ford tough, but not really, but
not really. Yeah.
A lemon motor, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Totally. But
he's a V6, man. He definitely a V6. No shade to V6s. But I'm just saying, like, I compared him to David Robinson because of his mid-range game, and but I guess even that was a little
because David would dunk on you.
Yeah, and he loves his mid-range. Yep. Let me check right quick the phone lines, make sure I ain't leave nobody hanging.
All right.
Yeah, phone lines are open, 888-2725 Raw, just in case. We coming to a close, man. We got to get ready for this Suns game.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to camp out. We're going to hang out a little bit, but other than that, we're going to wrap this show up.
That's good.
So, man, I just hope we can overcome that, man. I think Jokic already know. And as long as I think KD is really our lifeline down there on the defensive end.
Yeah.
You can't win championships without defense, man.
Right.
Gotta have it.
Now, I had said once KD got here in the middle of the season, because I had always figured he was coming, but I thought it would be like in a summer trade where we would have a full training camp with him and a full summer and all that. But coming in the middle of the season where you really don't have a lot of time to build that chemistry, the only thing we do is we look like a glorified LA Fitness team. All the talent in the world, but you may get chemistry on every third play.
We gotta do better.
Our
See,
squad
I'm
is
not
good.
fooled. I'm not fooled, man. The average fan, yeah, of course, the average fan is gonna look at the offensive production.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not fooled one bit. We had a guy on that commented on this on the page and was saying that Torrey Craig only had 2 points and was clowning him. I'm like, man, do you know what you're saying? What do you mean 2 points? You don't judge a guy based on, you got other players to score. This guy is a defender. It's your defensive guy. You know what I'm saying? And defense is important. There's not a stat for how long a guy, for a guy that stays in front of his man.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Steals are kind of deceiving because all the time, a lot of times it's a guy who pokes the ball away and then the other guy recovers it.
Exactly.
You wasn't the one playing the defense. So
like
it's
Chris
kind
Paul
of
got all of his
misleading.
steals. Chris Paul would get all of his steals from poking the ball or playing the passing lane.
Oh man.
Rarely will he actually strip somebody face up. He'll come from the back. He'll swipe. Yeah.
But I like that though. Little poke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Poke away. That's to me, that's the same.
Yeah.
You caught a guy off guard.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I say, like, why I hate to say why Jordan was so great.
Oh man.
Steal the ball from Karl Malone one end, come down the other end and hit the game-winning basket. Seal the deal. That's what it takes, man. That's two-way players, man, is what win championships.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. We appreciate everybody that chimed in and out. I know y'all will watch the video later on, but man, me and Ant, man, we on to something, man. We're gonna keep
yes,
it
sir.
going.
Definitely.
The Suns deserve a channel, man. We deserve a voice, and any Sun fan out there, you're more than welcome to pull up to the podcast. Look, I extend the olive branch to you, no problem. It's your platform too, man. Suns Nation, let's go, man. Suns tonight, man. Game 2, we got this, man. OG, don't worry about it. We out of here, man. If you haven't by now, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Later.
Salute, my brother. All right.
Peace.